Hi everyone, my name is Jenny. I like to read, so today I'm going to be doing a book haul about all the books I've gotten this year to kind of kick off my new booktubing idea for the rest of this year and continuing on to 2017. So I'm just going to do most of what I've gotten recently, along with all my Kindle books, because I did get a lot of stuff for free on my Kindle, for either daily deals or anything like that. So I'll let you all know when I go through that what I got for free and what I didn't. So let's go ahead and start. This was a birthday present. It's called The Eternal Kiss. My friend got it for me because she knows once I start a vampire story, I will finish it. I must finish it. I must know what happens. So that was definitely a good choice. And then she got me The Crown by Kiera Cass. She actually got me last year The Heir. So this was just kind of so that I could finish the series, because she knows how I am with series as well. Once I've started them, I have to finish them. I have to read every book in it. And then she also got me my first Korean manhwa. I do enjoy mangas from Japan, so this was just kind of expanding that. It's called Model by Lee So-young, and it is a 7-book series. She got me the first 6. This is volume 1 and volume 2, and then volume 3, volume 4, and volume 5, volume 6, and volume 7, which is the final volume. This is obviously out of print now. The version I have, it is Tokyopop. But I highly recommend it if you can borrow it from somebody or from a library. I found volume 7 actually on Amazon for relatively cheap, so you can probably get it there. This was another vampire themed story, and it was a little different, but I did quite enjoy it as well. And then I bought this myself. I bought myself Glass Sword because I bought Red Queen last year, and I'm actually glad why I bought this when I did, because I had started to read. I started Red Queen about a week after I bought this, and I read Red Queen and Glass Sword in probably about a week or two, just because I wanted to know what happened. I went through them very quickly. And then I recently bought myself The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. I'm trying to read more classics. I kind of got into Jane Austen and the Bronte sisters, which are more towards the romance side. I kind of want to branch out and read more that are just, regular classics, not romances. Then at the time I bought that, I bought myself 2 Lisa C books. I bought this one, Shanghai Girls, and I bought China Dolls as well. China Dolls was the winner in 2014 of a Goodreads Choice Award. I believe it was historic fiction. It's set back at the very beginning of World War II, and it sounded quite interesting, so I added it and just was reading the blurbs of some of her other books. So I looked at it and found Shanghai Girls, and that was the only actual other one I added to my to-read list at that point, because I hadn't bought them. So I was just like, these are the first ones I want to read, and then I definitely want to read the sequel to Shanghai Girls. And I did ask for Lisa C books for my for Christmas, so I'll probably do another video after Christmas to let you all know what books I received or bought myself, because a lot of people get me gift cards. I'll do a book haul after then as well. But moving on, I recently bought The Constant Princess by Philippa Gregory. This is the second one of hers I own, and it'll be the second one of her I've read. The first one I bought and read was The Queen's Fool. I read that last month. I've actually had it a couple of years, and it was just something, it kept getting pushed off for something else. And once I actually read it, I liked it, and I liked her style, so I wanted more by her. And then at the same time I bought that, I bought the large print edition of Marley and Me by John Brogan. I've heard a lot of hype about it. I like dogs, and he's cute, so, I saw it. It was only a couple bucks. I got it at a thrift store. I was thinking, for a couple of bucks, I'll read it, and see what all the hype is about. And I'm not going to be mad if it turns out I really don't enjoy it, because it's not like I paid a lot of money for it. I tend to not like books that get a lot of hype. Some of them, I just think they're a little overhyped. I know, I read like The Glass Sword and that, which gets a lot of hype, but there's a difference, I think, between adult and young adult books that get a lot of hype, because the young adult books, I tend to overlook the faults on them sometimes, just because, they tend to throw a lot of just like interesting world and stuff into them, and I have read some bad ones. I have actually bought some that I thought would be better than they were, and they really weren't, and I was kind of disappointed, but that's okay. But moving on, the rest of these are going to be mangas and comics. So, okay, this one is called Orange by Ichigo Takano. This is volume 2 of 2. This is the complete collection, so they're nice and big. They're published by, I thought that was Dark Horse. No, that's Seven Seas. Seven Seas and Dark Horse are some of my favorite publishers since Tokyo Pops went out, and I love the artwork in it. It's very colorful on the back, and it's a very simple yet effective style. I did enjoy this series a lot. I do recommend it if you're looking for a shorter manga. I believe it's 5 volumes total, and they just put it into 2 big ones. So like I said, I showed you that. That's the size, probably 2 to 3. But it's a good, short series if, you're kind of looking for something to just maybe read over a weekend, or something, just to kind of relax with between books, you don't want to pick up like a novel or anything. I'd recommend it for that. But now on to comics. This one I actually borrowed from my boyfriend. He likes Joker, and I like Joker. So I told him, I said, once you finish it, I'd like to borrow it. And he finished it, so he did give it to me. And this is Death of the Family. There's a couple other Jokers that have come out recently, but this is the only one that I actually have like in my hands to read, so it'll probably be the first one I read. And I'm definitely interested to get into that, because I do like the Joker and Harley and all of that. And of course, since I like Harley Quinn, I have her New 52. I have Volume 1, which is, as you can see, Hot in the City. And I love her new look, and I love what they've done with her personality and making her more of like an anti-hero, and her realizing that she is more than just the Joker's girlfriend, the Joker's sidekick. That was one, I liked her even then, but that was one of the things I always felt like she could play a bigger role, and she finally does. And then you have Volume 2, Power Outage, and I like that cover. That is very evocative of the way their relationship is. They're lovey-dovey one moment, and not so much the next. And we have Volume 3, Kiss Kiss, Bang Stab. And, of course, Harley would tie up Batman and torment him with kisses. And then we have Volume 4, which is A Call to Arms. And that is when Harley gets all her other Harleys to join her. And I got Volume 3 in hardcover. I got this one in softcover, which is going to annoy me a little bit because I usually like to get my books all the same. Like if I get Volume 1 softcover, I like to have them all softcover. But once I switch to hardcover, then that's okay, but I tend to stay with hardcover. But as I'm sure any of you who have bought comics know, hardcovers are very expensive compared to the soft covers. Even regular books, you can buy a soft cover for about $7, $8, sometimes $10 cheaper. Comics are the same way, and that's actually the reason I get these collections, is because you're guaranteed that you will have all of the comics, and some of them have extras, like the one Harley, some of these Harley Quinns, they're Harley Quinn, her series volumes, whatever to whatever in it, but then there's some of them, there's like where Harley Quinn invades Comic-Con, which was a special, so it would be kind of hard to find, and like she has her road trip specials, her Valentine's Day specials, stuff like that. Is included in there that can be hard to find. And of course, continuing with the Harley Quinn theme, this is Suicide Squad. There's 5 volumes of this, and it is completed. This is completed. The Harley Quinn series will have 6 volumes. For those who don't know, it'll have 6 omnibuses, I guess you would call these, total. Volume 5 is out. I have not bought it yet because I don't want to get it in hardcover, because I know if I go softcover, hardcover, softcover, hardcover, I'm going to get annoyed. Very annoyed with it. So I'm just waiting for it to come out in softcover. And that way I can also buy Volume 5 and Volume 6 and the Rebirth as well. But back to Suicide Squad. This is Suicide Squad, Volume 1, Kicked in the Teeth. I have that. And then I have all 5. Volume 2, Basilisk Rising. Volume 3, Death is for Suckers, which I think this is probably my favorite cover of the omnibuses, of the 5 omnibuses. I have looked at some of the variant covers, but I'm not really sure which is my favorite there yet, but this is my favorite omnibus cover. Then we have Volume 4, Discipline and Punish. And then we have Volume 5, Walled In. And this completes Suicide Squad, this Suicide Squad for New 52. And then New 52, I didn't realize that they had done this. When I picked this one up, New Suicide Squad, I thought this was actually the DC Rebirth launch of Suicide Squad, but it isn't. This is the New 52 New Suicide Squad. It follows the events of the original one, so I have to read the original one before I read this, as should be obvious by it saying new. But basically, there's been a change in command for Task Force X, aka Suicide Squad, and this is just the new leader of it. There will be 4 of these. I found out this one actually came out in 2015, and the other 3 omnibuses came out this year, 2016. When I looked, I did not see them to start with, but I know Volume 4, the last issue in Omnibus Volume 4, is Suicide Squad Rebirth. So they will continue that, and they will continue Harley Quinn in Rebirth, which I am excited about. And I also got Starfire because she is one of my favorite Teen Titans. I like her, and I like Raven. I also like Jinx from the Teen Titans, and I don't believe she was ever in the comics. I actually don't have any Teen Titan comics. I just wanted to get Starfire standalone. This is Volume 1, Welcome Home. This includes issues 1 through 6 of Starfire's comics. I know there was 12 issues of her comics before it got canceled, but I have not found a Starfire Volume 2 yet, so I'm not sure if there's going to be or not. But that is all of my physical books. So now I will go on to my Kindle books, and I really do like this cover. I'm not sure. I don't think you'll all really be able to see the books that well, so I'm just going to kind of read them off to you and let you know what they are. And if I got them for free, I'll explain, tell you that I did and explain basically how I did. So to start with, I have Lord of the Flies, which was, I think it was 99 cents, because I've seen it's a classic. I have Walt Whitman's Complete Prose Works. That was free because it's been in the public domain. Anything that's in the public domain, you can find it on Kindle for free. You may have to sort through a few things, but you will be able to find it. And then, continuing on, I have Perfect Rune, Burning Kingdoms, and Broken Crowns by Laura De Stefano. That was, they're not free. I actually got them, though, through a book exchange we did on Goodreads. We did like a little gift exchange, and that was my gift. I'm looking forward to starting those. And then, because I'm working on the 1,000 books before you die, I got a few of those that I found for free. One of them was The Three Sisters, by May Sinclair, and then by the same author, it's The Three Brontes, which is about the Bronte sisters, obviously. And I also got Madame Bovary, which is also part of the 1,000 books before you die. And then this one was a BookBub alert. It was 99 cents. It's called Dracon, Book 1, The Sieve. And it just sounded interesting. So I paid the 99 cents to get it because I'm always looking, for cheap books, free books that sound interesting, and that kind of fit it very well. And then I got the Winner's Trilogy, The Winner's Curse, The Winner's Crime, and The Winner's Kiss. And then I have a whole bunch of free books here now. I have Roderick Hudson was free, public domain. The Age of Innocence, public domain, of course. Careful, The Long Run, Astor's Temps, Artemis to Actaeon and Other Verses, The Greater Inclination, Choice, Coming Home, The Hermit and the Wild Woman, Other Stories, The Triumph of Night, The Fruit of the Tree, Crucial Instances, Tales of Men and Ghosts, In Morocco, The Touchstone, Ethan Frome, Leaves of Grass, Walden, Drum Taps, Daisy Miller, The Turn of the Screw. Of course, they were all public domains, so they were free. And I actually found a group that does complete novel sets. Like it's all in one ebook. The complete novels of whatever author. I got the complete novels of Henry James because I know a lot of his books are on the 1,000 books to read before you die. So I got his complete works. And then I also got Charles Dickens' complete works for the same reason. Because I believe most of his major novels are on there, if not all of them. And then I got, in the Nine Princesses series, I got Malin. That one was a daily deal for free. The other books in the series aren't free, but I believe they're like $4.99 a piece. I'll probably get them at some point, but I'm going to read that first. This next one, it was another Kindle BookBub freebie. It's called The Waiting Booth. And then the Quantum Tangle is the same thing. It was a BookBub freebie. Sinful Cinderella was a BookBub freebie. There's another book in that one that is not free either. Becoming Human was another one. It's a freebie, but the rest of them aren't. Rift is the same way. Hidden Fire, that one was free, but again, the rest of the series isn't. And then this one was 99 cents. It's called Eternity's End from the Starbreaker universe. And I just really enjoy that author, Jeffrey A. Carver. I enjoy his sci-fi. So I went ahead and I paid the 99 cents to get that book. Because I've read his Chaos Chronicles is the only stuff that I've read by him so far. But Chaos Chronicles was really interesting. If you like sci-fi, definitely give him a look. And then I got more public domain books here. I kind of went crazy with those, just because most of them are older, so I can work on the Decades Challenge. Basically, every decade, starting at 1800 to 1810, up to the current one, you read a book that was published within those years. So they can be kind of hard to find sometimes. But I got Xingu, Sanctuary, The Valley of Decision, Medane de Triemes, The Glimpses of the Moon, Summer, Bunner Sisters, The Custom of the Country, The House of Mirth, Romola, Middlemarch, Adam Bede, Daniel Deronda, The Mill on the Floss, and then Persuasion, and Mansfield Park. And that's all ones I got for free that were the public domain. And then I also have Tamerlane, which is a short poem. I believe it was 99 cents. And then I got from the fairy tale collection, The Frog Prince. It was another BookBub freebie. The rest in the fairy tale collection aren't. They're all standalone though. You know, they're about different fairy tales, so they have different characters. There's really no interrelation between them. There are in some, but you can kind of read them in whatever order. And then I also got the complete illustrated collection of the Oz books. That was 99 cents. I could not pass it up because there's a lot of Oz books. Like, I know each character has its own, and then Ozma has her own and everything. So I got that, and I'm interested to see how the illustrations work out here on the Kindle. But I'll probably do a video review just on that. I might do it, in several different parts and review each book and maybe try to post it all at once. But I'll see, when I get to it. And then another one for 99 cents was The Age of Reason. That was in the 1800s. This was the very early 1800s when it was published, so that's why I got that one. I got the definitive edition, which is why it was 99 cents. And then I got If I Was Your Girl, and that was a very good book. I did enjoy it. And then I got The Price of Salt, or Carol. Pardon me. That was a very good book. I definitely enjoyed the writing style. I do recommend it. And then I've got quite a few from the Once Upon a Time series, which again is just retellings of fairy tales. I don't know why I like to read those so much, but I do. That one is The Water Song, a retelling of The Frog Prince. Violet Eyes, a retelling of The Princess and the Pea. The Rose Bride, a retelling of The White Bride and the Black Bride. The Night Dance, a retelling of The 12 Dancing Princesses. Before Midnight, a retelling of Cinderella. And that was all of those. And then I also got Zebra Forest, which was an interesting little older children's book, I would say. Some of the plot, I would think you wouldn't want a real young kid reading it, but the language is simple enough for a younger kid to read. But I would maybe read it with a younger kid, so you could explain some of the stuff in it. If you want any more information about what I mean, you can comment, and I'll just tag it, let everybody know there is a spoiler in this, so I know not everybody will have read all of these. And then another one I got for 99 cents was the classic Russian novel We, which, as I'm sure some of you know, most of you know, inspired George Orwell's 1984. And I found it to be very interesting, and it kind of started the whole dystopian, utopian craze that continued with 1984, A Brave New World, and several others, and it's kind of brought us to the dystopian phase we have now with, Hunger Games. Even the Winners trilogy could be considered that, and so on. And then the very last book I have for you all, it's another public domain, so it was free as well, is Silas Marner. And that is pretty much my whole book haul for most of what I've gotten this year. There is one book, one comic that I wanted to have on here, but I cannot find it, and that is Harley Quinn and Power Girl, and I definitely want to get that back at some point. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be doing more, probably, like I said, another book haul after Christmas. If I just get a few, I might just hold off and do it like at the end of the month, and just do like at the end of every month, do, what books have I read, and do, a little sort of review on them all, and that, and then maybe even do like a book haul, like a little mini one, like these are the books I bought this month. Um, but I hope you enjoy, and you all are lovely. Thank you.